Hey Savvy people, it's Savvy Nick here, and today I'll be showing you how to install the GNU Compiler Collection, which is a collection of tools that will help you compile your first C and C++ program. This tool chain comes with most of the tools you'd need in order to go ahead and compile most projects related to GNU and Linux. So let's get right in. We'll first want to go to a website here, and that's the MinGW.org website. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below. What we're looking for here is the download section, and inside the download section we have quite a few options here, but the one I'm most interested in is the MinGW.org compiler collection. We're going to select this, and if you're new and stopping by to watch a video today, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe below and hit that notification bell for more Linux and programming videos. Alright, and on this page I want to go ahead and get the MinGW get setup.exe. We can do that by just selecting here or going down here and selecting this as well. I'm going to click this button right here, and the download should begin automatically. As you can see in the bottom here, I have save or run. I'm going to save this package somewhere and let the package finish downloading. After it's downloaded, I'm going to launch the setup wizard. So I have the MinGW get setup here in my downloads folder. I'm going to go ahead and launch this. Next, I'm going to hit the install button. As you can see, the default directory here is in C, MinGW. That works for me. You can put it wherever you want, but as long as you're happy with that, you can also select whether or not you want this for all users or just the current user, as well as for it to show up in the start menu or on your desktop environment. I'm going to keep the defaults and hit continue, and then the installer will begin. It's going to go ahead and grab quite a few packages here so you can run all the various different types of utilities available in the GNU Compiler collection. So we're going to give this a few moments here. After all the items have been processed, we're going to hit continue, and now we have the installation manager, which allows us to go ahead and grab the various different tools that we want. So with the basic setup, we have various different compiler tools available for us. You can see here we have Fortran, Ada, Objective-C, and C++. The one we're interested in is the C++. So I'm going to click on the checkbox and mark it for installation. I don't really need anything else because I only plan on compiling C and C++ programs. So I'm going to select this package, and after I've done that, I'm going up to installation and hit apply changes. I'm going to hit apply again and give it a few moments to go ahead and download the packages. Once everything's done, it'll say all changes were applied successfully. You may now close the dialog. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And if we look at the installed files, you can see everything that's been installed and where it's been installed. A lot of tools available for us, but it's good to know where things are installed. So let's go ahead and see if we can't run GCC or G++. I'm going to go ahead and start a command prompt by hitting start and typing in CMD. I got a command prompt here, and I'm going to type GCC. As you can see currently, GCC is not recognized, and G++ is still not recognized, and that's because it's currently not in our environmental path. We do have the tools and they exist on our system, but we can't access those tools because the system doesn't know where they're at. So I'm launching a file browser, and I'm going to go to the local disk C, and in here, since we said earlier where MinGW was going to be installed, you can see that there's this new folder, MinGW. Let's click on that. Inside of here, we can see various different folders. The one that we're most interested in is the bin folder. Now inside the bin folder, you can see that there are a bunch of tools here, including GCC and G++. So this is the folder we're interested in. I'm going to go ahead and copy this path, and let's go ahead and open up our environmental variables. So we can do that by hitting start and typing in environmental, or just ENVI, and you can see here I have the edit the system environment variables. I'm going to click on this, and if you went ahead and made it this far, please hit the like button. It really does help me out. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and click on environmental variables. In here, we have a few options. The one I'm interested in is path. I'm going to click path and hit edit, and you can see already that I have a few paths that I've added in the past, as well as some defaults, and I'm going to hit the new button. I don't want to edit any of the ones that I previously had for different applications, so I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, hit new and then paste in that directory that we navigated to. But I'm also going to add a second one just in case I need some libraries. I'm going to use the C MinGW bin path and then the C MinGW path. Yours might be different if you installed the folder somewhere else during the install process, but that's where mine's at. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK now, and I'm also going to hit OK on this. After that, I'll also hit OK on the system properties, and I'm back to my desktop. Now I want to go ahead and relaunch my command prompt in order to update things. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start menu, type CMD to launch a command prompt. And now this time I should be able to type GCC, and great. GCC now tells us that there's a fatal error. That's a good thing actually, because that means there is the tool. And I'm going to type in GCC space version here. And you can see now that we have GCC, the build 9.20 available. Congratulations if you made it this far. You've successfully installed the GNU Compiler Collection. This is great because now we can start programming our C and C++ programs. So why not go ahead and create our first C program here? I'm going to do that using a text editor. So let's just use Notepad and we'll create our very first program. All right, I'm first going to include a library here, and that's the IOStream library. And then I'm going to create a main function, int main, and all I want to do here is spit out something to the console, so I'll use cout, and this will say hello world in our console. This is the most basic kind of program, ran on most programming languages when you're first starting out. The one other thing I'll put here is an end line, which will just advance to a new line, and my semicolon at the end. One other thing I'll need is using namespace std, just so the compiler can recognize these two objects here. I'm going to save this somewhere. Let's just put it on the desktop, why not? And instead of calling it a .text file, I want to do main.cpp and save it here to the desktop. As you can see in the background now, I have main CPP available. And in order to go ahead and run this, I need to go ahead and compile it with the tools that we just got done installing. All right, so the first thing, I'll navigate to my desktop. And inside the desktop, I see that I have main.cpp. In order to compile our first successful C program, I'm going to use G++. ++ denotes that it's a C++ program, so we're going to use the GNU Compiler Tools in order to compile a C++ program like this. And the first argument I need is the CPP file that I'm running, and I have to make sure that I'm in the same directory, the desktop directory, as the main CPP file. And after that, I'm going to write --o, that means output. So what's the program's name after we output it and compile it? I'm going to call it main. You can call it whatever you want, but this is the very basic way to go ahead and compile one file and create a program. So I'm going to press enter, give it a few moments here. You can see in the background we have a main now, as well as a main CPP. That means things successfully compiled. I have no errors here written out to my console, and now I can run that main program by just simply typing main or whatever you called your program. And look at that, hello world. Your program ran and it compiled successfully. Congratulations on installing the GNU Compiler Collection, as well as running your very first C program. Now you can continue and explore how to create more advanced C and C++ programs. If you need a place to start, make sure to go ahead and check out my C series for Linux. It'll work just fine here in Windows as well. Since you have the proper tools to compile everything, we use Visual Studio Code and go through how to create a program that keeps track of a list of items. We go through various different topics as well, including objects, functions, and encapsulation, vectors, reading in and out of a file, and many more things. Well, that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please make sure to post them in the comment section below. Also, make sure to subscribe for future videos and make sure to like the video. Catch me in a great community on Discord, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks for watching.